Hello, my name is Gordon and today I'm going to share with you one of my favourite hobbies, and that is miniature painting. I find it very relaxing, I find it to be very creative, but over the last year I have struggled with motivation to sit down and paint. So I'm hoping that this video will not only provide some inspiration and motivation for myself, but might provide some inspiration to you if you paint miniatures, and maybe to re-engage with your own hobby if you've been struggling yourself. So we're just going to look at some pictures of some of my favourite miniatures and we shall see what happens. Let's go! I can't find my mouse. So this first miniature is Captain Albrook from the Black Sailors range by Big Child Creatives. I love these miniatures. I love the sculpts, and in this model I try to create an image of this zombie captain standing on the deck of his ship in the moonlight or in the dark, with the only light coming from the moon and from the glow of his eyes. And I am really happy with the paint job. I think it's a really muted paint job. I think I'm really proud with the eyes. I could have gone further to make them look a little more green and glowy, but for an early attempt at object source lighting, I am really proud of that. The next model is one of my favourite miniatures I've ever painted, and this is Papa Jambo from the Black Sailors range, and I'm just really happy with the skin in particular and the face. Papa Jambo is about this height and he was just really good fun to paint. I'm really pleased with the eyes. I think the blend on his skin and on the feathers is something I'm really happy with. This next model is from Games Workshop and was my first attempt at doing some non-metallic metal, and as you can see I've only managed to do one leg and he's still sitting unpainted. Tiny little leg. I'm really proud of this one. The Black Coach by Games Workshop, and I used the Sigmarite Mausoleum set. I wanted to create this idea of this undead ethereal black funeral coach flying down towards a graveyard and scaring a gravedigger while he was at work. I'm really proud of this. I had to pin the coach to the top of the mausoleum using part of a paper clip. I think the paint job on the horses could be a little better. The paint job on the ethereal parts could be a little better, but I'm really proud of how it came out and I'm happy to have it on a shelf now. Okay, this next model is a character model from Games Workshop. He is Rotigus the Rainfather, and he was just fantastic fun to paint. I'm really happy with how he turned out. I'm really proud of the blends on the skin, and I think all of the gross bits look suitably gross. The next is a Gargant from Games Workshop that I have tried to create a kind of zombie Gargant. I don't know if he looks necessarily like a zombie or just like someone who has gone through the wars and hasn't been able to be taken down yet. Lots of blood, lots of arrows, and an axe in his back. This next model is a Kurnoth Hunter from the Sylvaneth army by Games Workshop. This was my test model for my army paint scheme, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. Originally I wanted the idea of a forest that had been burned to the ground and the snow had come in and covered the forest, and these Sylvaneth characters have now come to life and started roaming the land again to wreak revenge on whoever did this to them. So I wanted to create a kind of burnt wood effect with the white highlights on a dark bark, just to make it look like it had been burned or singed. But I'm actually really happy with the technique. I can churn these out really quickly and I think they look alright actually. What a treat. I think Papa Jambo and Captain Albrook look really cool in these pictures, so I'm probably going to put these in anyway just because I think they look great on the shelf. But it's a good way to display them. It's quite good motivation, I think, to have the models on display rather than just sitting in a case. It's nice to have them out and be able to say, I did that, that's mine. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, just me having a wee look and commenting on some of my paint jobs. Hopefully it's provided some inspiration for yourself if you are painting miniatures as well, and if you've never painted one, perhaps it's given you an idea of some of the options that are out there. There's something out there for everyone. I've quite enjoyed looking through my models and just patting myself on the back where I think I deserve it, and also being critical. I think it's important to look at your models critically and provide constructive criticism for yourself. Do you paint miniatures? Do you paint just in general on canvas or otherwise? What do you get inspiration from? What's your favourite podcast to listen to while you paint? It's good to start a wee bit of a conversation, share some things that you're proud of, and just share the love for these kind of crafty hobbies. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed watching that video, and thank you very much. Have a good day.